than hobbyists. Mankind has always had an urge to move stuff, and being able to move multiple things at once is even better. Just look at things like the pyramids or Stonehenge. Man has moved stuff by cart, accidentally inventing the wheel in the process. We have moved stuff by water for an incredibly long time, and even have networks of canals, but these are now mainly used to dump shopping carts in and for middle-aged bores to holiday at. Rail replaced the need for canals, and as such moved goods around at ease, but the government had to fund this, so they didn't really like that plan. It also wasn't really door to door, as ironically, as much as humans like to move things, this doesn't include their own podgy bodies. These days, trucks and lorries are the kings of the road, mainly because of the size of vehicle and they can be a bit pushy. Driving around, only stopping for a Yorkie or a bin lid served from a caravan that's placed on a hard shoulder. Films like Convoy with Chris Christopherson show a solidarity and a trucker's code, but wait till you see merging lanes on a motorway for this to be thrown out the window. Anyway, as Jerry Reed once said, we've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. So, might I suggest he considers a Tamiya Fat Fox on the TT01E. Here with the unboxing and a bit of an explanation on why we have an unboxing on this, let me hand you over to the chief engineer.
This one is a Tamiya Buggyra Fat Fox, or is it Buggyra Fat Fox? Don't know. I like Buggyra, I like Buggyra. This is 1/14 scale, the on-road racing truck. Love these. Seen a lot online, a lot of the racing that goes on. So RC so we're going to try our hand at an indoor track and do a bit of buggy racing. This one is on the TT01 Type E chassis. Really cool, great looking vehicle, great chassis as well. As you know, we've already got a TT01 Type E. We use that on the Subaru Impreza and we go rallying with that. Great chassis, got no problems with it at all. Handles so well, really quick, great setup. So this one, performance-wise, should be great. So I can't wait to get it built and try my hand at racing. Whether will be any good, I don't know. We do tend to crash a lot, but on an indoor track might be totally different. Never tried one before. Friend of mine in work, he's getting into it, gave me a bit of a push, so RC so thought, let's have a go, let's get one. Hopefully there'll be two in the fleet for RC so we can both go racing, but let's have a look, see what we get in the box and go from there. So get her open. Usual kit stuff, bags of bits. So let's have a look. So in this one first, we got the part tree. On this one, we got your motor mount, got your battery holder, your motor cover, your gear cover, and the main part that runs down the length of the chassis on top of the bathtub, and then part of the steering there. Pretty cool. This part bag, if I can get in it. In this one, more bits and bobs. You got your tower for your shocks, you got your knuckles, you got your gearbox housing, your hex nuts, and then same on that one. Big part tree. So this one, got parts for your shocks, friction shocks for this one, not oil. And then that's part of your undercarriage that goes under your bathtub where your front bumper or rear bumper attaches. And then you got your front or rear uprights, lower and upper. And then posts for your shell. Same one on that one. Got your uprights, front and rear, lower and upper, parts for your shocks, with bits and bobs. What else have we got? More bags of bits. So here we have foam front bumper. As you know, in other videos, I've always liked the front and back bumper, but with this kit it's a little bit different, which I'll show you in a minute. So that's your front bumper. Posts for your shell. Quite a few posts for this one. Quite a few bits to the shell as well with these, I've noticed. Now this one, I just said about the bumper. So you got the front bumper, which is that, and then this piece here on this part tree, that's your rear bumper, which is quite cool. So that mimics the big metal tubular bumper that you get on the back of trucks. And you got your wing mirrors on that one. Got your main part of your chassis, your bathtub, TT01E bathtub. Great design, quite lightweight, strong, cool. There's where your battery goes, switch from ESC, servo electrics, bits and bobs. This bag, so you've got your drive shaft there. Now with this one, I did actually purchase an aluminium propeller joint and shaft kit, Tamiya one. There's a hop up. Now, I'm of the understanding that in the indoor truck racing there are rules that you have to apply to and build the kit standard. So a couple of little things you can do. So I don't think this is allowed, but I got one anyway because I like to put them in the kits. I won't use it for when I go racing, but when we go off-road with this, I'll probably pop this in, because with TT01E, the Subaru, when we were rallying with it, stones were getting in, and it just completely burnt out and wore away the plastic propeller shaft. So I'll use the plastic one for when we're just racing indoors, and then when we decide to take it off-road more, bash it around a bit more, then I'll use the aluminium. That's one pop-up that I like. In this kit as well, you got your drive shafts and you got your dog bones. I won't open that, all bits and bobs will fall out. With this one, you get some nice wheels and tyres. Nice truck wheels, all black. They're pretty cool. You got your front and your rear. I think they're the same width. Yeah, but they're really nice. So I'll keep them black. Let's go with design that I'm doing. And you got your tyres, quite large tyres on the truck. Not sure what size these are. Over 60mm, maybe 70mm tyres. They're really nice, good tread on them. With it as well, the indoor truck racing not allowed tyre foams, so I won't be putting tyre foams in these. They're nice. Feel quite sticky them, so they'll grip really well. So that's your wheels and tyres. A couple of bits I got for this. So we've got your bag of bits. We've got your other stuff. So I'll go through that bag in a sec. With this one, at the model shop where I got the kit from, I picked up a servo, so I went for an E-tronics. I think it's a 9 kilogram. See how I get on with that. I know we have worn out a few E-tronics servos in the past and I've had to swap them for a bit of a better one, but I'll stick that in. See how we get on. If need be, I'll swap it out. Servo saver. This is one of the hop-ups you're allowed when you go truck racing, so I'm going to put the servo saver in. I always try and put these in all my builds if possible. Really good. Upgraded bearings. So we'll get rid of the rubbish plastic ones that we get in the kit, the bushes or whatever, and we'll put in some rubber sealed metal bearings. Really good. So put those in. Ghoul RC, my go-to for the radio gear. And then ESC wise, this is the ESC that came with the kit. Looks like a Hobby Wing 1060. It says 1060. It's not got Hobby Wing written on it, but it looks exactly like a Hobby Wing. So I know, again, with the rules of racing, you can only use certain ESCs. I think there's the Carson, the Tamiya, the one that you get in the kit, and Hobby Wing 1060. So I'll put in the Hobby Wing 1060, but I don't think there's anything on the instructions for the ESC that actually says Hobby Wing. So I'll have to just double check that this is an actual Hobby Wing. If not, I'll take Hobby Wing 1060 out of one of my other cars and pop that in, then use this on the other one. I think it must be a Hobby Wing, but I'll double check on that. Or if not, I'll just use Tamiya. So, have a look in your bag of bits. If I can open it. Right, here we go. With this one, made up torque tune motor. You get it as standard in the kit. More than happy with that. Torque tune is allowed, and that's what I wanted to put in anyway, just to give it a bit more poke. Silver can just isn't fun. In this one, you got screws, clips, sticky back tape. That'll be the bag for preparing the shell, putting all that together. They're going in the bin. Bag of gears, plastic gears, you got your spare gear, differential gears, your housing, everything in there. You got your parts for your servo, but we'll be using the servo saver on that one. Then you got bags A, B and C. Bag A, you got your grease, you got your metal gears for your diff, screws. This one, you got the same again. For your front or your rear gearbox, you got your gears, you got your springs for your shocks. C bag, you got your spanner, your clips, screws, zip ties. Right, now, come to the shell. You know how we are at RC So & So. We do things a little bit differently, and we don't really go box art. With this going our track, doing racing, I want to stand out a bit. So I need to get some inspiration and a few ideas going on. It's a funny old jelly mould this. It's in 2 parts and it's got multiple parts on each part. So This one, you've got your main part of the cab, you've got your hitch for the back, and then you got your rear wheel arches there, and then you got that is the back piece to the cab, as far as I'm aware. Then this one, you've got the front part of the cab, so you got your bonnet, your front wheel arches, and then you've got the bed, the back bed, and then part again of your rear wheel arches. So your cab will go on there like so. That'll go on there like so, and then that bit will go on the back like so. Right, we'll have to cut these, get them prepped, and then you have to stick them together and then use all your body posts to put it together. I assume once it's all cut and prepped and then stuck together, it goes together quite easily and really well. It's quite a long truck. It's going to be quite chunky as well, being the 1/14 of the original. So it's going to look great. A lot of people keep these as shelf queens, do them up as box art, do racing with them, but this one will be getting used and abused. It will be getting raced, but it will also be used outside, getting dirty, definitely. Paint wise, with this one, I was looking at different colour paints in the hobby shop, but I've got bits of paint left in tins hanging around and I want to use them. I won't get rid of them. I'm going to use what I've got. I'm not going to buy any new paint. Might be a bit of a risk, but it's quite good in the way that the shell comes modular, that I can spray each piece with what I've got left in each tin, I reckon. Do it that way. So it'll come out multicoloured, I suppose. I'm not going to tell you what colours I've got left over. I know we've got pink, but it's not going pink. The daughter's already had a pink RC, the frog, the comical frog. So, and I did the lunchbox in pink as well, didn't I? To match. But yeah, this one, there'll be no pink going on this. No pink. She might be disappointed, but... So, decal-wise, there's all your decals. And there's quite a lot. On the racing truck, obviously, you got all the sponsors, and all the advertising that they do. And then you got your window masks. So that's pretty simple. On the window mask, you've got your front left and your right. And then here, you've got your netting that goes over the windows, front grille, and all your other stuff. So, again, I'll be using a lot of these, but not all. I'm going to see what happens with the paint scheme first, and then use some of them, because I've got a box full of decals from every build that we've done. So I'm going to go through what I've got and then use what I can find, because I don't want to buy any more decals, don't want to buy any more paint, so I'm just going to use what I've got and then see how it turns out. So I'll do all that, because I think the shell will probably take longer than the actual chassis, because with TT01E, quite simple, few hours to put together, and then just work on the shell and decals. There's a lot to cut out there if you were to use every single one, but I won't be. What's left in the kit? The manual, TT01E chassis, shaft-driven 4-wheel drive. So everything explained, dead easy. Your bathtub, putting in your propeller shaft, drive shafts, putting in the spur gear, your motor, mounting the motor, uprights, post towers, post for your shell, front and rear diff gears, bumpers, your shocks, and then all your electrics. Dead easy. Dead easy. And then your wheels finally. And then with this one you get another one. That's just your parts. LED light kit. This kit does support an LED light kit, but we won't be putting one in. After putting the LED light kit in the Ford Bronco, I'm not bothered about another LED light kit. We don't run them at night, really, and I don't see a point in spending 50 quid on a Tamiya light kit for it just to sit there and drain your battery, so I won't be bothering with that. This one is putting the motor cover on. There's your wheels, front and rear. That's your rear bumper, which is quite cool with this kit. Your shell, how to cut it, prep it, how to spray it. It's quite big on this. And then finally how to put the shell together. Like I said, you got your base and you put your top of the cab on with the sticky tape, and then you put the back of the cab on that one, and then your hundreds of decals, which you won't be doing. That's it really. Where to position everything and where to position your light kit if you were going to put one on. But no, great. Looking forward to this one. Like I said, I'll see so we're going to go to the track, see what we can do. So we'll keep you updated, and then can't wait for the first run. Just so we're not crashing too much. But yeah, love this kit. I'll keep it standard as per the rules, but allowing for the couple of upgrades that they're happy with, like torque tune motor, metal bearings, servo saver, and then witchier seat use. So that's it, I think. But like I said, the propeller shaft, I'll leave that out for the racing and put it back in when we're using it off-road. So yeah, cool. So happy with that. Can't wait to get it done. Can't wait to show you how it turns out. It's going to be something different again. So yeah. So please like, subscribe. See you soon.
So you don't miss out on further videos and similar nonsense, please like, feel free to comment, definitely subscribe, and press that bell-shaped thingy to be woken up at all hours for further content. But for now, that's your lot.